We're standing in part of the opening scene right here.
Raiders of the Lost
Indy
Ark.
makes his escape from the Javitos right where we're standing. So the opening scene, I'll kind of go over there from beginning to here. Indy goes into a cave. There's a golden idol sitting there. He swaps it out with a bag of sand, triggers that trap. Everything comes crashing down around him, and then a big boulder comes rolling on out. Indy runs through the temple or the cave, jumps out, dust clears up, and now he's confronted by Belloc and the Javitos there. He's forced to give up the idol. As soon as Belloc holds it up, Indy takes off. He runs through the jungle. He's dodging darts, arrows, and spears. He comes down a grassy hillside. Dust is flying off his shoulders, and he's yelling, "Jock, the plane! The plane, start the plane!" Jock from the seaplane fishing right out there. Indy slides down the hill right behind you guys here. There's a vine hanging from the tree, or a rope dummy to look like one. Jumps out for it, swings out over the water. Let's go! Swims to the plane, climbs into the cockpit. Plane takes off, and he yells out, "I hate snakes, Jock!" And Jock yells something back to him about a backbone. So, yeah, that was a scene in the movie.
That's just my pet Reggie.
Yeah, my pet snake Reggie. But anyway, so I want to point out a couple things. Number one, the South Americans, the Javitos. So those guys that were chasing Harrison Ford. If you watch the movie again, when he comes over that hillside and dust is coming off his shoulders, the Javitos or the South Americans are going to pop up right behind them. Indy's going to run past the camera. They're going to show him holding his hand as he's making his way down. Then the Javitos are going to come in a frame. When they come in a frame, pause the movie. I want you to look at these native tribes people. They have really bad tan lines from the mid-thigh to the waist. So, a bunch of local boys they found here on the island, gave them a loincloth, and said, "Here you go, chase him through the field." I just found out last week my uncle was one of those natives chasing him through the jungle. He still has the loincloth.
That's awesome.
Today. Yeah. Let's just say when they all went up for what do you call that? To be an extra. Yeah, they said, "All right, you guys here. We want you, and you. Here you go. This is what you guys are gonna wear. Go put it on and stand over there." And when they opened it up, it was just that piece of cloth. He still has it. I don't even know if he washed it or not. But anyways, the other thing I want you guys to look for is the takeoff scene. I'll go over the scene again, and I'll tell you about it. So when Harrison Ford is running down the hillside, he starts to yell at the Jock to start the plane. When they show Jock fishing on the seaplane, you're going to see Jock on the seaplane in a narrow river. And then they're going to show Jock climbing to the cockpit, start up the plane. When the props start to turn, the river now is 5 times wider than what he was just sitting in. Then they're going to show Indy sliding down the hill, swinging out over the river, and then Jock is on the seaplane slowly making its way down here, and you'll see the river is narrow once again. Then the plane takes off in the movie, and then the river, bam, 5 times wider. So they do a lot of cut and paste for that scene there. The original attempt, when the original takeoff scene was they tried to film it, the plane went down the river here, got off the water, hit the trees, and crash landed. So because of that, they went to the Wailua River and refilmed the plane taking off there. So that's why they do a lot of cut and paste when it's from the plane starting up to taking off. But we got a rope. We got swings. The water, it's up to you guys if you want to hop in. It's not too bad. But the depth of the water is about 6 feet deep where you're supposed to land. Butt flop, cannonball, don't pesticides. It is a natural river bottom. We offer 3 swings. Number one, excuse me. One way. You go out there, let go. If you're going to go out and let go, know how to swim, have something on your feet. Butt flop or a cannonball, you don't want to do a pesticides because you will go to the bottom. Sometimes people stub their toes at the bottom there. Swing number 2 is a round trip. That means you're going out for a picture and you're planning on coming back. Not everyone makes it back though. So, no electronics in the pocket, cell phones, car keys, or cameras. Swing number 3 is one of the most popular swings we have. It's a bestseller, I guess you could say. But you're going to hold the rope. We're going to take a picture of you with it, and when the picture's done, you're going to give me the rope back. Now, option number 3 is for those of you that aren't too sure about swinging the rope. You're not willing to take that chance and see if you can do this or not. To be honest with you guys, if you're not 100% sure, I wouldn't recommend giving this rope a chance, or a shot. If you're 99.9% sure, there's that 0.1% chance that you're going to fall off the rope, and usually that's what happens. So you got to make sure you're 100%. If you guys want to swing on it, do a round trip. You got to hold on for at least 6 seconds, so we can make it back to land safely. 4 seconds won't cut it. You're going to end up at the bank there. It's only about 1.5 feet deep with some rocks. So you got to make sure you can make it back safely, all right? And a couple tips to swinging on the rope. Tip number 1, you want to hold as high as you guys can. Your dominant or strongest hand should be above the highest knot you guys can reach. Your other hand falls above a knot that's right below it. So you want to try and use the knots kind of like an anchor. So kind of like this here, where you're just at the top of them. If you're on the knot, good chance you're slipping off of this bad boy. So right above the knots there. Make sure you guys create tension in the rope by never say never.
There's no piranhas.
No piranhas, no leeches, no bull sharks, no gators, no parasite that swims up your... So,
What about great white sharks?
great whites? Nah, we just got hammerheads.
Those are dangerous too.
No, yeah, no sharks in our rivers, guys. But anyways, round trip swing. You can start from here. You can do a little baby one. But hold on high, 2 hands above 2 knots, tension in the rope by leaning back, picking up your feet. Yay. So, should be that simple percent. Oh, what not to do. Don't do these things. 1, don't hold low. Sometimes guests take the rope, they come back here. And this is what they're holding on to. You're not going to make it to the water. Alright? You're going to drag your butt all the way through the ground here. Alright? The other thing you don't want to do is find a way to put slack in this rope. People put slack in the rope 2 different ways that I've seen. First one, their hands are where they're supposed to be, but the next thing they do is they look like a falling tree. You guys can imagine what? Yeah, but they're holding on to the rope and doing that. When you do that, your weight ends up behind you. Eventually, slack catches up, your weight is now in front of you, and usually people can't hold on to the rope that way. They're on their backs. So, make sure you never lean forward. Don't look like a falling tree. The other way people create slack is they stand here and they jump, like they're trying to get into the water from here. Problem with that is you create so much slack in this rope, when it catches up with you, you're right here. Bam! You're off the rope. Face first, segment slide right into the water. Hang on good? Alright. Here we go.
Woohoo! Yay! Woohoo!
Okay.
Nicely done.
Alright.
Wash the mud off.
We are at sea level right now. We'll take you guys up there to overlook the ocean side. But before that, we'll stop at porta potties, guys.